DEESLIMDAOG at STAYSOLIDISDAMOVEMENT. Praise be to the Most High. Yeah, we back with another one. Yeah, man, and this story is about Shiesty Sheila, man. Yeah, Shiesty Sheila was a renegade. But Shiesty Sheila was from Miami, Florida. Yeah, that's right. Shiesty Sheila was from the 305. She was from Miami, Florida, from Dade County, man. The city of palm trees, Rick Ross, you know, all that good stuff. But, you know, Shiesty Sheila was like 5'2", 120 pounds, red bone, you know, nice silky hair. Put it like this. Shiesty Sheila was finer than a mother. That's just how I'm going to keep it real, man. But Shiesty Sheila didn't have a mom or a dad. You know, Shiesty Sheila's mama and her daddy was both deceased. They died in a car accident when Shiesty Sheila was like 5 years old. Shiesty Sheila didn't have a grandma around. Shiesty Sheila didn't have a brother around. Shiesty Sheila didn't have a cousin around. None of that. But Shiesty Sheila did have an uncle. That's right. Shiesty Sheila had an uncle. Yeah, Shiesty Sheila had an uncle. But Shiesty Sheila's uncle was a drunk, though. Yeah, that's right. Shiesty Sheila's uncle was a drunk, and Shiesty Sheila's uncle smoked crack. And another thing was this. Shiesty Sheila's uncle molested her when she was young, man. Yeah, Shiesty Sheila's uncle, he molested her when she was young. Now, imagine that. You don't got no mama. You don't got no daddy, no sister, no brother, no grandma, but you do got an uncle. And, you know, but your uncle not right. Your uncle pretty much on demon time. You know, he tried to force himself on you and have his way with you. But Shiesty Sheila, you know, Shiesty Sheila is a hustler, man. You know, she pay all the rent. You know, she paying the holding the rent down. You know, with your uncle rent ain't that much. You know, he living in like a subsidized, you know, subsidized housing, you know, house like that. So Shiesty Sheila, like, you know, she got a little hustle, man. You know, she cute. She do a little bit of hair, you know, shit like that. So, you know, she give her little uncle the change to kind of, you know, keep the things going. But, you know, Shiesty Sheila, you know, she going to school though, man. You know, she going to school, you know, doing the best she can. You know what I mean? She, like her last year of high school, she making it, she thugging it, but, you know, she ain't got the clothes she want. She ain't got the hairstyle she want. She ain't, you know, none of that, you know, and it's getting almost time for graduation. So Shiesty Sheila, she needs some money, man. She need a job. Yeah, Shiesty Sheila need a job. So Shiesty Sheila all on, you know, Indeed. You know, Shiesty Sheila, she just looking for jobs. Shiesty Sheila everywhere, you know, trying to find her a job. Shiesty Sheila everywhere trying to find her a job. So, you know, one day Shiesty Sheila, she going to job to Bojangles and shit like that. She feeling good about it and everything. Shiesty Sheila, she go for it on the interview. You know, she telling the lady, you know, little things about her, stuff like that. Shiesty Sheila ain't really never worked. But, you know, she like I said, she do hair. She hustle people in the hood, so she know how to run her mouth. So, you know, but Shiesty Sheila go on the interview. You know, she feel good about it. Couple of days go by. She ain't hear back from the lady. So Shiesty Sheila take it upon herself to call the lady. She called the lady. The lady tell her, you know, well, you know, we ain't feel like you was fit for it right now. If we get it open, you know, we'll hit you back. So that really don't got Shiesty Sheila. She feeling some type of way now. You know, she feeling all like, she feeling real effed up because she trying to get away from her uncle. She tired of being around her uncle. You know, her uncle get drunk. Her uncle still trying to force himself on her. And she just sick and tired of being around her uncle. But Shiesty Sheila got a homegirl. Yeah, see, Shiesty Sheila got a homegirl, man. She got a homegirl that's like maybe 3 years older than her. And her homegirl got an older sister. And the older sister dance. And the older sister is trying to get the Shiesty Sheila friend to start dancing. So Shiesty Sheila think about going to dance with her little homegirl. So Shiesty Sheila, she started to go dance with her homegirl. You know, so Shiesty Sheila, she doing her thing now. She going with her homegirl. They teaming up and shit like that, clicking up. Now Shiesty Sheila been getting money now. So Shiesty Sheila got enough money to get from around her uncle. Yeah, that's right. Shiesty Sheila done bossed up. She been out here on that pole, twerking, doing what she got to do to get her a bag. Now, I ain't trying to condone y'all were going out here getting on the pole and shaking y'all ass. I'm just telling y'all what Shiesty Sheila did. Make sure y'all smash the like button. But Shiesty Sheila, man, don't got her bag up, man. Yeah, she don't found her spot. She finna go holler at the lady, you know, and stuff like that. So she don't did all this, don't make the right preparation. So Shiesty Sheila, she in her spot now. She done moved out from where Don't when I got her stuff from you know what I mean? She gone. She don't gave a couple dollars. Hey I'ma holler at you, I'm gone. So now Shiesty Sheila doing her own thing now. Shiesty Sheila working at the club every night. You know, everything is going good. Everything is going copacetic. Seems like ain't nothing in the world going wrong. But y'all know what? Pause for a minute. That's how the devil always do. Yeah, that's how the enemy always trick her. He always trick us to make us think everything is perfect. Everything is good. Everything is 100. Everything is green on the other side. But in truly, it's always a setup. But Shiesty Sheila, she been gone from around her uncle about 6 or 7 months now. She's stacking her own bag, you know, but, you know, she out here on her own. So Shiesty Sheila meet a pimp named Young Texas, man. Yeah, Shiesty Sheila meet a pimp named Young Texas, man. Now, Young Texas from H-Town, Texas, man. Young Texas from Houston. Super country. Talk slow, rock stars in his jeans, mouth full of gold teeth, and rock a ponytail, man. You know, Young Texas maybe like 5'8", 175. He a slender guy, but Young Texas, he pimping though. Young Texas got 10 females. That's what he got in a stable. Now, if any of y'all don't know what a stable is the roster. A stable is when a pimp have multiple girls. That's called a roster. So, you know, Young Texas got a roster, man. You know, he got a roster. So, you know, he meets Shiesty Sheila. Shiesty Sheila don't really need nothing from Young Texas, but she meet Young Texas. Young Texas don't tell her right off that he a pimp, though. So he don't tell her right off he a pimp. So Young Texas, you know, he kicking it with her, with Shiesty Sheila for a couple weeks and stuff like that. Then one day they go out to eat. You know, he really don't know what Shiesty Sheila do yet either. So they both kind of playing, running a game with each other. So one day, Shiesty Sheila tell Young Texas what she got going on, and I think that might be the biggest mistake that a female could do. That when you really out here in the game and you getting some money by yourself and you getting that shit the wrong way, especially when you dealing with somebody that's in the life. But she didn't know he was in the life yet. So she ran it down to Young Texas what was going on, how she was in the strip club and blase, 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 blah. So, you know, he took it upon himself to say, hey, man, you know what? I got a big secret, too. And she said, what's that? And he told her what he had going on. You know, blase, blase, blase. And, you know, that he had girls. But he didn't tell her that he was really pimping, that he called himself a pimp. What he told her was that he ran an escort service. And so blase, blase, she bought into it. But at the time, Young Texas was in Atlanta just visiting, trying to see he get and recruit some girls. So they talked, they chopped it up. And, you know, she was cool with that. Yeah, for a while, for a couple months. Until she found out that Young Texas had his bottom girl pregnant. And for y'all don't know what the bottom is, if y'all know about prostitution, the bottom girl is the main girl. You know, the pimp got his main girl, and that's what the bottom is. So she didn't know that he had a bottom. Yes, man, he had a bottom, man. And her name was Money. And she get money. And Money was just as bad as Shiesty Sheila. Yeah, Money was bad too, and Money used to get money. So, you know, once she found out about that, you know, it went along for a little while, but, you know, Shiesty Sheila wasn't happy about that shit, man. You know, Shiesty Sheila was a real ratchet type of female. You know, she was always a hustler. She always did hair. She always danced. She always taught people out of money. She always was that type of girl. You know, she began to have sugar daddy, so she began to work the system. And she was like, you know what? I don't even need you no more. I don't even need a pimp no more. So she blew up on Young Texas. And for y'all don't know what that is blew up. That means she took off from Young Texas. But see, here's the thing about it. Now, she wasn't just Young Texas' girlfriend. She was Young Texas 304. That was her daddy. Yeah. So what I'm saying is she didn't have permission to take off from Young Texas, but she took off on Young Texas without permission. And any time of a female, of a prostitute take off on a pimp, automatic, that's a violation, and they're considered a renegade. Yeah, so Shiesty Sheila don't took off with all the money. And, you know, well, I ain't gonna say all of the money, but a good little bit of the money. You know, she don't find out where Young Tex is keeping the stash at, so she don't hit Young Tex for about maybe $17,000, and she don't took off. Yeah, that's what Shiesty Sheila did. She don't took off, you know, with the money, you know, from Young Texas. But see, here's the thing about it. You know, Young Texas wasn't good to her. He used to beat her up. You know, he used to just mistreat her. But in the beginning, he wasn't doing these type of things to her. You know, and that's what led up to Shiesty Sheila taking off on Young Texas. But Shiesty Sheila got up. She got the bag. She got the money. She got her a plane ticket. And Shiesty Sheila moved to the ATL. Yeah, that's right. Shiesty Sheila moved to the ATL. And she was doing good. She got into another strip club. Y'all see that? Y'all see how that devil followed her? Y'all see that once she got into that life, once she started dancing, once she started prostituting, and once she started doing all that type of stuff, you see how this life followed her? So she moved to Atlanta and she started dancing. But guess what happened? She met another pimp. And this pimp was named Finesse. Now, Finesse was different than Young Texas, man. Finesse hadn't been in the game that long. Yeah, Finesse had only been in the game like a couple months. And really, Finesse was doing this just to get some money. But Finesse didn't know that Shiesty Sheila was really in the game. You know, Shiesty Sheila was really in the game. She been doing this for a couple years now. She been turning dates. She had been with another real pimp. You know what I mean? So she had been doing this for a while. She wasn't green no more. But he was a nice guy. Yeah, he was a nice guy. So, you know, Shiesty Sheila would always tease and pick at him at Finesse and tell him that he wasn't no real pimp and stuff like that because he was kind to her. He didn't treat her like a prostitute. So what happened was this, man. Shiesty Sheila and Finesse fell in love and they had a baby. Yeah, they had a baby. You know, Shiesty Sheila was the only female for a while anyway. But what she didn't know is Shiesty Sheila was creating a demon. You know, she was teaching him the game. Let me say this. A pimp couldn't learn how to pimp if they didn't have a female. They didn't have a 304. So she had been in the game. She had been with Young Texas. And for one thing, her being with Young Texas, they was traveling all around different cities, different states. So she had a lot of experience. She had been dealing in the club. So she had been used to dealing with different pimps, you know, different sugar daddies and, you know, all that type of stuff. And the sugar daddy is a trick. For y'all don't know what a sugar daddy is. A sugar daddy is a trick. Somebody that, you know, by their tang. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, you know, they doing good. And her and Finesse, they don't have a baby, you know. But here's the thing about this. Shiesty Sheila, she was a jealous type of female. Yeah, she was a very jealous type of female. She was not with having other females around. But she let Finesse run his game, but they couldn't be around her. You know, but Finesse don't mess around and Finesse get locked up. Yeah, one of the girls get mad about Shiesty Sheila and Finesse relationship, and they tell on Finesse, and Finesse get charged with pimping and pandering. That's right. He get locked up. Finesse catch 5 years, man. His first time ever getting in trouble, you know. So now he locked up. She back out here by herself. So now Shiesty Sheila, she back out here by herself, and she got a new little boy. So now she like stressed out. She going through it. Her hair falling out. She ain't really got nobody to keep the baby. So, you know, she just going through it. But here's the bad thing about it. Shiesty Sheila still a renegade, yo. She still haven't been served. Nobody haven't been served for her. And what that means, if you don't know what being served means that if you're a female, if you're a prostitute and you belong to a pimp, only way you can leave him is you got to get served. The other pimp got to call and they got to work out a deal to let you go. Yeah, to let you go. Or when he see you, he could put a charge on you. So, you know, she's doing her own thing. She's a renegade. She's running around Atlanta, you know, just doing her thing, working on Backpage. She don't got her OnlyFans page going on. Now she meet a sugar daddy. So she meet a sugar daddy, yeah, by the name of Carlos. They kicking it and stuff like that. And, you know, she still haven't like cut for, she still haven't cut Finesse off. She still writing Finesse and stuff like that. But one day, Carlos mess around, because she's staying with Carlos. Carlos paying all the bills. Carlos mess around and find the letters and the money that she's sending for Ness. Carlos, hey, some crazy ass language, man. He's speaking because he like Spanish. So he talking to her real crazy. He kick her out with her son. So she's back to the drawing board all over again. All over again. She's back to the drawing board. She ain't been stacking her money, been smoking weed, doing coke. You know, just really basically using Carlos, buying the time out until finesse get home. So now she's back doing what she used to do. The money ain't the same no more. Her drugs habits getting bad and hard and stuff like this. But guess what happened? One night, she's in the club on a Saturday night and they having an amateur night. Yeah, she go to the amateur night. She win the amateur night. She meet a girl. That's right. She meet this girl. She meet a girl named Chocolate from Dallas, Texas. Remember now, Young Texas is from Texas. He from Houston. But she get up with this girl. They start kicking it. Long story short, you know, they become cool. Days go by. Weeks go by. The girl Chocolate, she invites Shiesty Sheila over to the house. Now, they kicking it. Weeks go by. But Shiesty Sheila didn't know that Chocolate went both ways. So, Chocolate tried Shiesty Sheila. Shiesty Sheila went for it. So the weeks go by, they stacking their money and stuff like that. Now, here's the twist, y'all. When you in the street, bro, anything goes, anything can happen. Long story short, Chocolate got somebody that she wants Shiesty Sheila to meet. Yeah. She been bragging about this dude back from back home that she want her to meet. So one night, Chocolate get Shiesty Sheila to pull up. Looking her best. I'm talking about Shiesty Sheila. She stepping this night. She stepping this night. She bad. She looking fine and all that. Shiesty Sheila pull up. She knock on the door. Hey, what's up, girl? What you doing, B? You know, let her in. You do like girls do. She walk in the house. And guess who's sitting on the damn couch? That's right. Your boy pimping. Young Texas. Young Texas in the house now. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but have you ever did something to somebody or just did anything in your life and or you seen them, you seen like you seen a ghost? That's right. Shiesty Sheila looked at Young Texas as if she seen a fucking ghost. As if she seen a ghost, man. So Young Texas said, I never thought you would see me again. So as she began, she paused. She looked, and he laughed, and the room got silent. Shiesty Sheila got silent in a motherfucker. And she looked around, and she see her new homegirl, her new lover, Chocolate, standing behind the door with the door blocked. That's a crazy situation to be in. So the moral of the story, Chocolate, Young Texas, and the rest of the stable took and they cut Chocolate hair off. They beat her. They poured syrup on her. They broke her jaw. They dislocated her ribs. They knocked a couple of her teeth out. And what they did was they had a couple guys to come over and they gang raped her. And they left her for dead, man. Yep. Moral of the story, man. If you're a young girl, don't jump your ass out here in these streets playing, trying to get no fast money, trying to be slick. Because one thing about these streets is real, and these streets will catch up with you, and ain't nothing new under the sun. Don't become a Sheila Shiesty, man, trying to get a couple dollars. Until the next time, knowledge is power. Stay solid is the movement. Y'all stay solid. Y'all stay solid. Stay blessed. Shalom. We out.